Hello and welcome back to another video. Obviously, as you can see, different settings today. I'm in Santorini in Greece. Obviously, as I said in my match preview, I won't be able to make the game today as I'm here, but I will be watching it. I'll be doing a match reaction as well. Yeah, I'll also give my score prediction and I'll read out the lineups later on in the video as well. Yeah, let's get into the video. So I found a nice little beach. Went here for a boat trip yesterday, pretty nice. So stop for coffee. We're bringing the reviews back. Obviously, I've done a few of these this season, but yeah, got a latte. Let's go for it. Really nice and creamy. Quite strong as well. Does the job. Solid 9 out of 10. I'm gonna give that. So I'm just heading back now to my hotel to watch the game. I'm gonna give you the team lineups. You got Vigru, Cabango, Stamenic, Alcue, Omji-sung, Timon, Burgess, Franco, Anusa, Galbraith, and Ida. So yeah, a bit interesting. Ida starting instead of Apotnik, and Josh Key's been dropped. So I'm assuming Galbraith's been moved to right back with Alcue, Stamenic, and Franco in midfield. On the bench, you've got Fisher, Key, Fulton, Waddell, Vapotnik, Samuel Smith, Cullen, Casey, and Ronald. Another weird one is no Benson on the bench. Don't know why he's not involved. Maybe he's picked up a knock or something. But yeah, a lot of rotation there. It's a good team. So hopefully we can get the 3 points. So I'm just walking back now to my apartment to watch the game. Obviously giving you the team lineup. Pretty decent team. A lot of rotation, as I mentioned. But yeah, it's a good team nonetheless. Hopefully we can get the 3 points. But in terms of the score prediction then, it's going to be a tough game against QPR. They're a good side and they're on good form, but I'm going to stick to what I said in the preview. I'm going to go with 2-1 Swans. The scorers I'm going to go with Adam Ida. I'm going to go with I'll go with Goncalo Franco, and to get the goal for QPR, I'll go with Michael Fry. Right, so it's currently half time. At the moment, it's Swansea City 0, Queen's Park Rangers 1. Yeah, very disappointing first half, really. It was a bit of a sloppy goal to concede. And then obviously the red card against Yalkui, which, was kind of changed the game, really. It's going to be really hard to get back into the game now. I mean, my first initial reaction to it was, I think it was quite a soft sending off, if I'm honest. I think Steve Cook went down very easily. It just looked like a coming together between the two of them. Yalkui did, obviously lean forward to him, but I don't think there was really much in it, if I'm honest. I think they were both just as bad as each other. To be completely honest, I think it was, as I said, just a coming together. And I think Steve Cook did make a bit of a meal of it. But, that was just my instant reaction. I'll have to watch it back, but watch it back again. But, at the end of the day, if it is a decision which, shouldn't have been given as a red card, then I'm not surprised, because the officiating that we've had this season is just ridiculous. Not just this season, but over the years as well. So I really hope that, it's not a decision which shouldn't have been given, and I really hope it doesn't come back, to cost us this season. But knowing our luck, it probably will. But I think 1-0 down at half time with 10 men, I think it's probably already out of our reach, which is disappointing. But hopefully we can get back to it, back into the game now in the second half. So it's finished full time at the Swansea.com Stadium. Swansea City 0, Queen's Park Rangers 1. Yeah, a bit disappointing. More points dropped. Another refereeing decision gone away. I've seen it back, and I think they're both as bad as each other, as I mentioned at half time. And I think you either send them both off or you send neither of them off. I don't really get how you can send Yalkue off and not give Steve Cook a red card for that. And I think he went down very easily. I think had it been the other way around, Yalkue gone down, then maybe it would have been. Maybe it would have been the other way around, but I think, just because Steve Cook's gone down, it's made it look worse, and Yalkui's had a red card for it. But I think ultimately they were, both as bad as each other and should have both got sent off, or neither of them got sent off, in my opinion. But it's another a decision gone our way, that's sort of, well, it has in a way cost us. I know obviously QPR did take the lead before the sending off. So they could have gone on to win the game anyway, but we could have got back into it as well. So I suppose it could go either way. But again, it's another absolutely terrible decision, really. We dominated the ball. despite having 10 men. Well, we didn't dominate it, but we had slightly more possession. We only had 2 shots on target, but going back to the Southampton game, I thought that would have been a good point away from home if we could back it up with 2 wins from 2. And the first game now of those 2 at home, and we've come away with no points. So it's more points dropped than the Southampton game. That it makes that not look as good either, getting a point away at Southampton, because we haven't been able to back it up with points here. But very frustrating to drop points at home. I think that makes Norwich a must win now on Saturday, if I'm honest. But I think despite the red card, it was a little bit of a poor performance. I think before that, even when it was 11v11, I don't think we created that many chances. To be completely honest, it looked like we actually created more, in the last 10 minutes of the game when Whittle and Vopotnik come on. Waddell having 2 chances, one on the first time, and obviously Vopotnik had 2 chances, one which he didn't quite get get on the end of, and then the header as well towards the end. So we created a lot when those 2 came on, but it wasn't enough, and frustrating to not pick up any points once again. But I'll give you my player ratings anyway. So Vigouroux, to be honest, I'll give him a 7.5. I think he made some great saves, and I don't think he was at fault for the goal or could have really done much about that. So I'll give him a 7.5. Galbraith, I'll give him a 7. Obviously started at right back and then dropped back into midfield when Key came on later in the game. So I'll give him a 7. I thought he was everywhere and played well in both positions throughout the game. Cabango, I'll give him a 6.5, and Burgess I'll also give a 6.5. I thought they were both okay. Didn't really have much else to do, but defended pretty well for the rest of the game. And to only concede 1 goal when we're down to 10 men, which was before we conceded the goal, I don't think it was that bad defensively. But very frustrating. But I'll give them both 6.5s. Tyman, I thought he was really good, if I'm honest. 7.5. I thought he was excellent for a team who didn't look very creative throughout the whole game, really. And I thought he was excellent. So I'll give him a 7.5. Stamenic, I'll give him a 6.5. I thought he was okay. Wasn't a bad performance from him, but wasn't excellent either, but breaking up play a few times. So I'll give him a 6.5. Franco, same again, 6.5. I thought similarly to Stamenic, pretty decent game. So I'll give him a 6.5. Yalkue, I'm gonna have to give him a 5, and that's not because of the fact he got sent off, because personally I think it was harsh. I'm only giving him 5 because he only had about 25 minutes on the pitch, and I think of those 25 minutes he wasn't great, because that's when us as a team weren't playing great. But I'll give him a 5. I thought he was, wasn't great when he was on, but I thought he was done very harshly for the red card decision. Omji Sung, I'm going to give him a 6. I thought he was okay. He was trying to put a few crosses in. Had 1 chance early on, which he should have cut in earlier and shot. But I'll give him a 6. Anusa, I'll give him a 6.5. I thought he was making things happen as he usually does. Very good on the ball, so I'll give him a 6.5. Adamida, I'm also going to I'll give him a 6.5. I thought he was, he didn't really have any chances in front of goal, but I thought his hold-up play was excellent. He won a few flick-ons. His link-up play was good. So, I think, obviously Vopotnik coming on, he had more chances in, those 10 minutes than Ida did all game. But I don't think, if I'm honest, that has anything to do with Ida not playing well or anything. As I said, his hold-up play was good. His link-up play was good. I just think, we struggled to get the ball to him, if I'm honest. But I'll give him a 6.5. I thought his all-round game was pretty good. He just didn't really get many chances in front of goal. Going on to the substitutions, Josh Key, I'll give Josh Key a 6. I thought he was okay when he came on. Wasn't excellent, but it wasn't bad. Ronald, I'll give him a 6 as well. Didn't really impact the game too much. Had a chance which he could have possibly taken a little bit earlier. Ball fed through from Galbraith, but couldn't quite. The defender got back and made a block, which is a good block in fairness. But I'll give Ronald a 6. And Liam Cullen I'll also give a 6. I thought he, added a bit of energy in midfield when he come on. So I'll give him a 6. And then Waddell and Vopotnik, I think Widdell, yeah, he made a bit of an impact, had a few chances. I'll give him a 6.5, and same with Vopotnik. I'll also give him a 6.5. You know, I had the most chances them two did out of anyone in our team when they came on for the last 10 minutes. So I'll give them both a 6.5. Alan Sheehan, um, I mean, it's hard to judge now and give him a rating based off of the 10 men because obviously he had to adapt. But, you know, it would have possibly been a different rating if we'd had 11 men and still lost 1-0. But I think I'm going to give him a 6.5. As I said, if we had 11 men, it could have been higher, it could have been lower. I guess we won't find out. But there was a bit of rotation. You know, I don't mind that at all. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think that's a good thing to rotate, especially with the squad we've got. So yeah, I think that's a good thing. It was a bit strange putting Galbraith right back, but you know I know a lot of our fans have been calling for Key to be dropped. Not necessarily saying that's why Sheehan has done that, but yeah, I think rotation's good. But you know he did have to adapt, obviously after getting a man sent off quite early on. But yeah, no, I'll give him a 6.5. I don't think he was really at fault at all, if I'm honest. So I'll give him a 6.5. And then my man of the match. So I think our best player for me was probably Josh Tymon, in my opinion. But if I had to give a man of the match for the game, it would be Nicholas Madsen for QPR. I thought he was really good in their midfield, so yeah, I'll go with him. But yeah, once again, a massive thanks for watching this. A bit of a disappointing result, but hopefully we can get another one, another win now on Saturday against Norwich because we desperately need a win and we need a home win as well. So yeah, I think it makes that more of a must-win if I'm honest. But as I said, hopefully we can get 3 points on Saturday. But yeah, once again, a massive thanks for watching this and stay tuned for the match preview ahead of Norwich at home on Friday night. So yeah, stay tuned for that and thanks for watching.